Golf Central continues. We take you to Royal Porthcawl Golf Club in Bridge in Wales, Southern Coastline, and the Senior Open. The final round, Bernhard Langer was the leader. It's a big story, but a nice moment unfolded for David McKenzie at the 8th from 118 yards.
Yeah, a lot of wind today, about 20, 25 mile an hour winds, but he knows how to play the hole, knows how to use the slope, backs it on in nicely. Hole-in-one would shoot 2 under par, 69, tie for 9th.
First 2 days were brutal scoring conditions. The last 2 days much kinder. A little bit more wind on this Sunday, but a little blue sky peeking through, and Fred Couples trying to warm up the back and get after it.
Definitely on the very reachable number 6, going back downwind, up the hill. He prepped this Senior Open Championship with a 58 at Big Canyon Country Club in Newport, and continued good play for Fred.
Yeah, 10 shots higher. That 68, though, it must have felt a lot lower. Billy Andrade making the USA proud.
Yeah, birdied 6. Now that at 7, it went on to birdie 8. Shot 3 under, 68, tie for 3rd, even par.
Okay, so Corey Pavin, he was the one that could potentially take down Bernhard Langer, the closest to him at day's start. Here he is at 5.
So how does he do it? He's got 220 yards downwind. He's got this hybrid. He just runs it up there, hits this little chasing cut, and it looks like it's going to go in the hole.
And he loves link-style golf, obviously, because he can play that kind of play.
He loves it, and he's done it his whole career, and no different today.
2 back now at 2 under par. Pavin at the 6th, another birdie chance.
Did he? Oh, just barely misses.
So still 2 back.
Yep, a couple under.
Tough to keep it in the red during this tough week of weather, but they're doing it. Bernhard Langer at the 10th, he had a 4-shot lead to start the day, but we're down to 2. After this par putt, hanging in there.
And these are important putts to keep that round going. Right in the middle of the round, you make a 10-footer for par. It seems as good as a birdie putt.
Yeah, well, we waited 5 minutes and the weather changed.
Yeah.
We waited 5 minutes and it changed again. Langer at the 11th, now his 3rd at the par 4.
What a great play here. Uses hybrid. Really tough, especially in the windy conditions. That long club, he's able to punch it up there to save par.
Leading by 2. Pavin still hanging around at the 12th, a birdie chance.
Tough par 3, down the wind, 197 yards. Good look right there for Corey. Just lips it out.
He's still 2 off the pace. Langer at 15, just grinding out par putts.
Yeah, he said yesterday the players were hoping he would mess up. He had already made a bogey on the front 9, and there is a mistake we don't often see. 2 over on the day. It's a 2-shot lead at 3 under now.
Yeah, a lot of things going back and forth. Pavin at 15 has a par putt of his own.
A crucial par putt there and a crucial miss for Corey, and he knows it.
3 off the pace, back to even par. Langer at the 17th, it's his 3rd from just off the green on the par 4.
Yeah, the wind was blowing hard right to left, second shot, and it kind of ballooned on him, hit it up against the wind, came up short here, but a nice pitch shot to 5 feet. He'd say par, 3-shot lead at 3 under, heading to 18.
There was a moment when you thought Corey Pavin might put the heat on Langer, but it's hard to flap the unflappable.
Bernhard put his 2nd shot over the green here at 18, putted it down to 3 feet. There's your champ.
Rinse and repeat that statement. There's your champ. 10th time in a senior major. 3rd time winning a major this season. This is going to be his best season on the Champions Tour so far, and that is saying a lot. He joins a list that he was already on, actually, I should say, 3 times now. Langer, and Langer bookending majors on the Champions Tour. Kenny Perry and Scott McCarron keeping him from the PGA Tour Champion Slam.
Pretty impressive.
This guy, the way he's playing, he could have done it. Langer is the subject of our Titleist Tour report, talking to Todd Lewis.
3rd major on the senior level this year, 3rd Senior Open, and 10th Senior Major Championship. No player has reached the 10-win plateau at this level. What does it mean to you to hit double digits in the senior major category?
It's pretty special, Todd. Whenever you do something nobody else has done before, it means you've done something special, something right. And it's an amazing feeling. To win 3 majors in a season is very tough. We all know that, and extremely blessed to be here.
I want to remind our viewers what you did in your younger days. You were #1 in the world. You won a couple of majors, the Masters, and you were quite the force in the 80s and 90s. But you're dominating out here. In your mind, are you a better player at the age of 59 than you were in your 20s and 30s?
There were certainly stretches of times the last 10 years when I've played maybe some of my best golf, guaranteed. I think I'm a better driver of the golf ball than I used to be. I have a better understanding of the technique and what my tendencies are, what I'm capable of, what I'm not capable of. So overall, the last 10 years have been very special, and there were stretches of weeks and months when I've played as good a golf as I've played in my whole career.
Finally, I know you're a man of humility, but what you have done since turning 50 is historic. Where do you see yourself in the game since turning 50 and moving to the senior tour?
Yeah, I have no idea where I see myself. I'm just, I came out when I turned 50, was hoping to be one of the top 5 players on the Champions Tour or the Senior Tour, and I think I've been there most of the time and just enjoy the game. I know the clock is ticking. There's only so many years left. And so I'm going to try and enjoy being out here with my colleagues that I've known for so many years, and still, as I said earlier, try to improve my game. And if I can do that, then I can win championships.
Yeah, forget the champagne. I think you should put some more water from the Fountain of Youth in that trophy.
Well, that would be good too. Thanks.
Congratulations on the victory.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, unless we forget, it wasn't long ago he was contending in a Masters.
Yeah,
He's done that last couple of seasons. This guy is timeless, just like Tom Watson. And when you look at this statistic, as mind-boggling as it is legitimate. The last 4 seasons, his ranks on the Champions Tour in these various departments, and the list really does go deeper.
Oh yeah, this is domination at its finest. When John and I were kidding, we were looking at all the scoring categories and how high he was up in everything, and it was just amazing when you look at this. This year in the 9 or 10 years that he's played, and he said that he's played some of his best golf, and you referenced it, the Masters. He was in contention. Yeah. Now whether he could win on the PGA Tour, who would know, if he got the right golf course or whatever. But he's played some great golf, kept himself in shape. He still has that drive, and I think that's the biggest thing as he continues, and you continue to say, I want to get better. How much better can he get? And that's the big point you see on the PGA Tour. Guys make a lot of changes. They try to get better. He keeps trying, and he keeps getting better. So amazing.
What does this accomplishment this week tell you about this man? He was under the weather the entire week. The weather was difficult the entire week. What does it tell you?
Just the perseverance that Bernhard has, just the dedication to his game and his craft that he has, how hard he works at it. He takes it very, very seriously. He mentioned the fact that we do have a window on the PGA Tour champions. Whether it's 50 to 55, 50 to 58. Some players said. He's in his 60s. Hale Irwin was winning just into his late 50s and into his 60s. So how far can Bernhard go? It's how far does he want to go? How much more does he want from the game? He doesn't need to do anything more. And in my opinion, he has proved his point.
3 major season with added regular titles in the mix. It's hard to imagine when he turns 60, it's just going to cut off.
No, I don't think it is. I mean, consistency.
Gotta keep going.
Exactly.
Gotta
Why would
keep
you?
going.
As long as you're healthy.
Yeah.
Is he the best PGA Tour Champions player of all time? Where does he rate in history? Some big names to compare him to, and we're going to do that when we come back. Also, Dustin Johnson, is he back to full form? We are going to hear from the world #1 who finally notched a top 10. It's been a while since he has done that. And also Ian Poulter. Remember all the talk of him securing his card, all the math that was involved? Well, now he's just trying to play his way into the Tour Championship. A big jump in FedEx Cup points. We're going to hear from him too.